a client that had gone home. Her sister had a life-threatening procedure to be done, and she was her sister's only donor, and so she had to go home, but we didn't have her travel permit, hadn't come in yet, and so of course I strongly advised her not to go, but she insisted she should go, and of course I understood why. Like, if that was my sister, I would probably risk it all too. So anyway, she left, and so after she left, I told her, look, I'm gonna do everything I can to get you back, but no promises. So guys, long story short, when I tell you I serve a living God, and I tell you that I pray, I mean these things. So I just been praying, asking God to open a way. And so about 2 weeks after she left, I was able to call USCIS and actually get through. Sometimes I'm not even able to get through these days. You know, these days, the when you call USCIS, it's like really hard to get through. But for once, I was able to get through this time around, and I was able to get like an emergency. She was from Nigeria. I was able to get an emergency travel permit for her. And even the whole, like, first I needed 4 passport photos from her. She wasn't here, remember? So how I was able to get that was a miracle, right? I just told her, send me your passport photos to my email. And how I was able to get them printed is a miracle, because most places will not print your passport photos if the person is not there. So I was able to get her passport photos. Then they said that I should show up at the appointment, the USCIS appointment, with as much evidence to show why she needs an emergency travel permit. Well, we didn't have much. She didn't have much documentation. So anyway, I showed up. And by the way, again, can I highlight the fact that getting the appointment on its own was a huge miracle? Like, because sometimes you call these days and you ask for appointments, even us lawyers, and they won't give it to you. So I called and I asked for this emergency travel permit. No, I'm not Nigerian, I'm Kenyan. And you know, they asked me all these questions, and to my surprise, they said, all right, we'll give you an appointment. So then I get to the appointment. I have very little evidence. I just barely got her passport photos printed, you know, without her being there. Then I show up with all these arguments. I start making my arguments to the person. Midway through, the officer just shushes me and doesn't even let me go through. Doesn't even let me finish my arguments. You know, so when that happens to us as lawyers, I always go like, oh shoot, we're screwed. You know, and so I was over there praying under my breath. Literally, I was in their place just praying, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord, please let us get this emergency travel permit. So anyway, long story short, when I tell y'all that I serve a living God, I do. So anyway, 30 minutes later, I walk out of there with an emergency travel permit. I drove straight to FedEx, and I mailed it to her. This was now like about a week and a half ago. So then last Friday, she calls me. Actually, she didn't call me, she sent me a message. She said, hey, I'm back in the country. I got in smooth, no problems, no issues. I just really want to thank you. I don't know how. I was literally going to be stuck in Nigeria if you didn't intervene. And so I just, you know, I was just like, wow, you know. Moments like that make you just realize, man, you know, this work is good. It's good work. It's good work. It's really not. It's not dirty work. It's good work. You know, like, we really, like, just seeing that, wow, if, you know, had I not, you know, been willing to help, my client wouldn't be back. She would not be back at all. Like, because literally, when your case is pending, you don't technically have any other status. You can't leave without a travel permit, which is what she did, right? And so, anyway, I'm just so grateful that my client was able to be back.